Hello friends, welcome you all. I am talking with you after long period of time. At the outset, I congratulate all of you for successfully completing your second year of bank management program. This is your fifth semester and beginning of the last year of this course. Friends, I am going to teach you one important subject of your fifth semester which has important interconnection with your whole banking career. The subject name is Recent Trends in Indian Economy. The subject holds its importance because the trends in the economy affects internal and external economic environment of whole banking business. Students, at the outset it is important to discuss what we are going to study in the whole semester in this subject. So today in this first lecture I am going to discuss and take the overview like bird's eye view of the syllabus of recent trends in Indian economy. This is the outline of what I will discuss with you today. The name of the subject itself suggests that what we have to study and expected to study about this subject. Recent trends means currently what is going on in a particular sector or area. It is expected from you to study trends of various sectors in the Indian economy. Let's have look contents of first units so that you will get idea of the subject. The first unit is devoted to introduce you nature and overall structure of Indian economy. You can pause video and note down syllabus in your notebook. Every economy has its special kind of features which are different from the other economy. Suppose USA is a developed economy and Indian economy is a developing economy. So what are the things which makes Indian economy different than US economy? Indian economy is agrarian economy. It's depend on monsoon. It has pressure of population. Service sector is dominant. Compared to contribution in the GDP by agri sector, dependence of population is more for livelihood on this sector. So we have to discuss in the first part of this content. In the second part, we have to study sectoral growth of Indian economy with reference to contribution in the GDP and dependence of workforce for jobs. We will study the sectoral growth of these three sectors. Three sectors you have studied in the last year in the business economy, that is agricultural sector, industrial sector and service sector. We also called it primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. Okay, let's move on second content of the unit. In this unit we are going to study the challenges and some kind of issues before Indian economy. For example, issue of poverty, poor quality of infrastructure, traditional technology, some cultural and traditional barriers, etc. Indian economy had witnessed a major economic reforms since 1991. 1991 onwards, lot of changes and economic and fiscal structural reforms happened in the economy. we are going to take the overview of all these reforms till date in the third content of this unit. Let's move on fourth content in this unit. In this content, we are going to study different concept of FDI. For example, what is FDI? What is FII? With this concept, we are going to study sources of FDI. Sources means which country is investing more in India in the form of FDI, which country do not at all invest in India. Means the sources means the origin of that particular fund in the form of FDI. Can you imagine the very small country has highest FDI in India? Yes, you are right. Mauritius is the country which invests highest FDI in India. So in this manner, we will study the sources of FDI and again which sector gets highest lowest FDI inflow. So again, can you answer my question if I ask you which sector gets highest inflow of FDI? Yes, it is service sector. Which gets highest FDI inflow? Now look at the second unit. The name of the unit itself suggests that this unit is devoted to agriculture, which is important sector of the economy. As we discussed earlier, our economy is agrarian economy. Since the beginning of the planning era, agricultural sector is lagging behind compared to other sectors. As growth rate of this sector is not more than 2%, whereas target is 4% of growth rate. In this unit, we are going to study features of this sector, distress and causes of distress and remedies to overcome distress of this sector. Distress means the problem which are this sector is facing. The second content of this unit is devoted to what is recent cropping pattern. Cropping pattern decides your productivity, production and other factors also. So cropping pattern means the which type of crops the agriculture is taking. So we are going to study recent cropping pattern, production, productivity, contribution of export by this sector, export volume by this sector, the direction of the export, composition of the export. Composition means the goods which are exported from this sector, the basket of goods, it is called the composition of the sector. We have to study new schemes for agricultural development also in this third content. In the fourth content, we are going to study current trends in agri as well as agricultural allied activities. Agri allied activity means such as the supporting businesses of agriculture like dairy, food processing, poultry and fisheries. Because of government initiative with NABARD, there are a lot of initiatives taken by government to develop other sources of income from allied activities for farmers, because the agricultural sector is full gamble on monsoon in Indian economy. Government is generating other sources and taking initiative to develop other allied activities of agriculture because to reduce dependency and distress on these sectors. So we have to study all these things in the second unit. Let's move on third unit. Third unit, in the third unit, we are going to study industry and service sector. Half unit is related to industrial sector, and in the later half we have to study service sector. In the industrial sector, we will discuss structure and growth of industrial sector, recent industrial policy, for example, Make in India policy, self-reliance, that is we called in Marathi Atmanirbhar policy, etc. We are also going to study the micro, small and medium enterprises. Micro, small and medium enterprises holds very important role in the economy because they use local raw material and required less capital. So it is important to study micro, small and medium enterprises, different concept of these micro, medium and small enterprises, classification of these enterprises, the recent schemes for development of MSMEs. MSME means micro, small and medium enterprises. We are going to do all this in the first half of this unit. As I said, in the later half, we have planned to study components, recent trends in the service sector, such as IT, transportation and communication, tourism, hospitality, banking, insurance, etc. It is always said that international trade is the engine of growth. It is always said that international trade is the engine of growth. Many countries achieved growth through international trade. So topic related to this we are going to study in fourth content, such as international trade, policy, recent exim policy, trends in foreign trade, etc. Let us move on last unit of this subject. This unit fully devoted to public finance. You have already studied the importance of public finance in the last year. All the factors of public finance which have important deal with economic factors in the economy. Government is a controller of economy. So in this unit we are going to study meaning of budget, different types of budget, the concept like deficit financing, its importance for economy. The types of deficit gives us idea about debt condition, government finances, and what is government is doing with its finances. The type of deficit such as revenue deficit, fiscal deficit, primary deficit and monetary deficit, we will study in the second content of this unit. I will teach you recent trends in union budget. With that, we will also study goods and service tax, its different concept, provisions in the GST Act, current rates of GST in the last content of this unit. Last but not least, we also have to study GST and banking sector in the last content of this unit. Let's have a look at the references. You can note down it. Other than these references, you can also use references as suggested by teachers time to time. You can note down these references. You can use. You can pause video and note down the references which are given in this slide. So friends, it is time to end this lecture now. For attendance, write your name in the comment box. Thank you all of you. See you all in the next lecture. If you have any problems, then you can mail me on this mail given in this slide. Thank you. See you.